actually am live. Look at this. I'm still trying to figure this out. But I have multiple cameras. No, I don't have multiple cameras. Sorry, this is a mess. Okay, I have 2 cameras. Look at that. Look at that. Now, how do I do this? Okay, I'm going to try to get the link and post it on Twitter so that people, I don't know, have a direct link here. And then, I don't know, I'm excited to unbox this thing. Okay, it's just about 4. I'll just go for it. I'm excited to open this thing up, and I don't know if anyone's going to join or not. Looks like 3D Medic. Hey, how are you? Can you hear me? Maybe? Okay. Let's do it. Again, I have no idea how YouTube works. I am just trying to figure it out. Audio's good. Thank you so much. And I don't know. Let's hang out. I think it's just you and I. That's cool that OBS shows the chat right in OBS. I didn't know it did that. I don't think it shows how many people are watching. So I'm just going to assume it's us. Alright, so I got a Mayku Multiplier. I pre-ordered it about a year ago, and I'm pretty darn excited to open it. They have been emailing me, asking me the condition that it's in, and I was like, it's 150 pounds, and I needed someone's help to get it up onto a table. So, I think this is probably just the material. That is alright that you can't type. I just appreciate that you're here. I guess if you're driving, you also probably can't see it very much, so I'll just talk a lot, and so you can know what I'm doing. I am first just opening up the, what I believe is just the material, and it looks like a sample template. Let's see what that is. Looks like maybe an SLS printed part that has just a whole bunch of different features. Very fine, some text, stuff like that. Could probably switch to my other camera and show it here. That's cool. Mayku logo, all of that stuff. That'll be a fun first pressure form. So I'll put that aside. Has a little, actually, let me stay at the front camera. Has a little first make kit, soon with some instructions. Nice. Just shows what you can test with it. It's like their own benchy, I guess. And just a quick introduction to pressure forming. So I've done a bunch of vacuum forming before. I've made chocolate molds with vacuum forming. I have made some packaging with vacuum forming. Not a ton, but I've done it enough that I'm comfortable with how to design parts for it. I made a fun chips and salsa bowl years ago that was vacuum formed. I 3D printed the buck and then vacuum formed over it so that it obviously can be food safe. Okay. Next thing, back up here, is what I assume is the material itself. Now this is bigger than I was expecting. Let's see. Not very good at opening things. Perfect for a live stream. Nope, I can't get this open. Looks like it's a zipped bag, so I don't want to cut it. Okay, I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to open up the big package because it's more exciting than anything. And that's just cardboard. Instructions say, remove the protective film from the sheet and follow the on-screen instructions. So let me get this thing out of the box. Cut the strapping. This thing is 150 pounds. It was delivered via UPS. They seem to have done a good job. And it says to keep the box so that you can, if you need to return it or get any repairs done, connect to Wi-Fi. Info there. Doesn't look zipped, it looks thermosealed. Also, hey Eric, there is, I believe there's a zipper right on the edge here. And I would cut it, but I don't know if this material is moisture sensitive at all. Oh, I'm just being silly. Yeah, no, you're right. There it is. It is absolutely not a zipper. It was thermosealed. Thanks, Eric. There's the material. Looks like they gave me a couple sheets of flexible EVA. That's thick too, 1.5 millimeters. Hey, Blitz City. Flexible EVA stuff, that's kind of cool. Some PET G, 1 millimeter. Maybe 2 sheets in there, can't quite tell. And a couple sheets of hips. That's awesome. They also, I believe, have or are working on polycarbonate, which is what I'm really excited about because I found that that is best for chocolate molds. I'm hoping to use this thing to make custom molds. I'm hoping to use it to make, oh, I should come to the frame. Hoping to use it to make custom molds. I'm hoping to use it to make custom packaging maybe. I don't really know. I'm just excited about it. It's the only product I've ever seen that got a whole bunch of excitement from both the maker community and the chocolate community. Besides, I like to thank my printer, but that's the other reason I was interested in it. So let's go back to this. Instructions. User instructions. I should probably read these. Some Allen keys. Beautiful wrapping of a cable. It's a thick power cable. Hey, Geek Toy Box. How are you? Okay. I also realized before I go too far, since this is going to be recorded, I should probably introduce myself since it is my first live stream. So I'm Ellie. I think everyone who's on the stream, or at least in the chat, knows who I am and follows me on Twitter at, what's my handle? Eliana Rose 66 probably. I founded a company, Cocoa Press. I make 3D printers that print chocolate. This one was sitting right here, and so I decided to, you know, position it nicely for like a background. I don't know. I'm trying to like be Nero and Joel and people. So that's probably what I'm best known for is Cocoa Press. I also do a whole bunch of other random stuff. I'm on a BattleBots team, Team Mammoth, and will be in the Season 7 show. And I do random engineering stuff. I'm working on a split flap display, but it's been about a year, so I wouldn't hold your breath on me finishing it anytime soon. Yeah, I'm hoping just with this YouTube channel, show more of the stuff that I do, which includes the chocolate printing, but also, you know, get me to actually finish the split flap display. I want to work on some more combat robotic stuff and do that type of stuff too. So I figured, you know, I've been making TikToks for a couple years, on and off, but I think YouTube would be cool, especially now that they announced that they're going to be monetizing shorts. So that's me. Hello, everybody. Back to, you know, the multiplier. I'm also very happy with having ordered OBS yesterday. It's cool software. Okay. I don't know the best way to get this out. I am thinking that they did say to keep the box, but part of me wants to cut the box to get this out. I also wonder whether the instructions have any unboxing information on them. I know when I shipped my first printers, I had a piece of paper on the top that just kind of suggested exactly how to get it out of the box. This says how to transport and store it, how to install it. Okay, looks like we might have some stuff here. So give me a second while I read these instructions, because ideally I would be able to save the packaging. Cut the plastic shipping straps using a knife or scissors. Did that. Remove the cardboard lid. Did that. Slide the cardboard shipping box upward over the machine. Oh, there's no bottom. It's just on the pallet. I should have guessed that one. Way easier. Look at this, Mayku. They know what they're doing. And now, that just folds up nicely like that. Store. Beautiful. Okay. Looks like I have the side of the machine here. I think the front is on the other side. This thing is gorgeous. Reminds me of, I don't know, like a Wazer or a Cocoa Press. Sorry, I had to say that. Looks like a box that you should lift out of the machine. Yep. Thank you, Eric. You are, I would just like to have your brain, because you always have great tips. Okay. So it's still in the pallet. I don't know how much the machine itself weighs. I know the whole package was about 150 pounds. I can't lift that. So I had someone help me put this thing onto the table. This is so pretty. So it says step 2 is turn it on. I'm going to guess step 1 is on the back and it says plug it in. It does indeed. So what's cool about this on the back, and I'm not going to spin it all around because I'm worried it will fall off the table, but It has a pressure hose, but it's not to put pressure into the multiplier. It's actually, because they have a compressor, they realized it can be dual purpose, and you can use it as a compressor as well. So it'd be kind of nice to have a compressor on a table. I don't know where this is going to go in the shop yet. It might go where I want my Prusa XL eventually to go. But behind my gadget in the window, plant down. Oh no. That one's a fake plant, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to leave those there. I have a real owl plant too, that normally hangs out in the window, but it got it got kicked out today because I didn't want this plant to fall down because I actually really like this one. So anyway, I think it's kind of cool that you can use this to as a compressor too. All right, I'm gonna leave it on the pallet, I think, for now, and plug it in under this nice orange curtain of "Don't look at how messy my office is." Okay. I don't see anything about a voltage selector, so I'm just going to assume it's all right. Let's turn it on from the front. This is so nice. Here's me thinking this was going to take an hour to unbox. Just going to play with it for a second. Unlock it. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's back? Great. So here's the inside of the multiplier. It looks just like the photos. So it looks like we have a hot surface and a finger trap. And some other helpful things like holes not to cover. This is not a language I recognize, so let me put this back up and open up the instructions and figure it out. And I will not make you all dizzy. I will switch to the other camera while I figure I have to do this. Okay. I appreciate you all being here because you know I don't know what I'm doing still. But I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. Package contents. Power it on, turn it on, and follow the on-screen instructions, which include connecting it to Wi-Fi. Okay, so I should probably close it. It didn't tell me to open it. I just got excited. Oh, it's actually kind of cool. There's a big dome up in here. I'm going to lock it again. Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to push it too hard. So I have to figure out how to get this thing in English. Because I have absolutely no idea what it's saying. Select language, English. There it goes. Continue scanning for networks. Am I winning? What am I winning? I don't know what I should be winning. Okay, go press, and I will probably move to the other camera as I type in my password. So, hi, you can all watch whatever background I have here. Oh no, I have to go through every single letter here, don't I? At least it's a good UI for selecting it. This is when I wish I had a shorter password. Okay. And while it's attempting to connect to Wi-Fi, I was heating up some chocolate because I was going to print something in the background. Yay! It connected, actually. Okay, hopefully no one else activates it before I do here. Oh, also my phone is being used as the camera. Wow! Live streams are hard! That's why I should get an actual webcam. Oh, thank you for telling me about the audio. Just saw those. Yeah, the audio was coming from my phone because my computer, when I walk over there, it dies. Um, anyway, I've been talking. You haven't heard me, so I'm printing something over there and attempting to register this and having account issues because that's a thing that happens. So I'm just registering the multiplier so that I can get it up and running, connected to the Wi-Fi, and yeah. And the print's not working. I think I rushed and the chocolate wasn't actually heated up. Okay, what is my name? My name is Ellie. What? I am in the industry of chocolate and food. How many objects do I make per month? Some number of objects per month. Depends on what you mean by objects. What's your average product price? . Those are hard questions. Because I go in and out of making chocolate, making equipment, etc. Great, it is registered. So, let me put the camera back, switch back to this audio, and let's see how this pressure former works. First I have to plug it in. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, interesting that there's a bit of a gap back here in the machine. But overall, what I was noticing before is that there's this huge dome up here. So I'm really excited to just see kind of how this whole thing works, how the material fits in, and how long it takes. I can't say that I did enough research about this thing. Of course, I pre-ordered it, a full year ago. Oh, I see. That locks in place. Yeah, so I pre-ordered this thing a long time ago, and just am very excited to see what I can do with it now. Okay. Okay, camera's back there, and now you can see the messiness of the office. So, press the circle to begin. What am I going to do? I think I would love to try... I think I want to try the Pet G. I'm also realizing that I need to order more material because it looks like it came with 6 sheets, and I need more. So, it looks like I only have options for EVA, HIPS, and Pet G, so no polycarbonate yet. I know I was talking to them on Twitter at some point, and they are certainly working on polycarbonate. I've done lots of vacuum forming with polycarbonate. I don't know if there's options on this thing to do your own stuff. I assume you just need to find temperatures that work and times that work. I guess you'd also need a nice die or something to cut out such a nice big circle here. And so I'm going to go to Pet G, select thickness, pretty sure this is 1 millimeter, yep. Yeah, Eric, I agree. I wonder whether that was a product thing or whether that was a business model thing of buying their own material. I assume if it's successful enough, somebody will knock it off. That's kind of how I assume, for better or for worse, a lot of these industries work. But I'm also considering, depending on the pricing of their material versus third-party stuff, I'm also considering just, can I get square stuff and can I just make a simple jig that cuts it out? I don't really know. Okay, so I'm going to peek at the guide again. First make kit. This is kind of cool. It just shows how to get started the first time. If using the Pet G, remove the protective film before using it. That is important. So I'm going to do that. It's really satisfying too. Plastic to package my plastic. Nice and clear. This is interesting. We recommend creating 3D printed templates out of porous materials such as SLS to achieve incredibly detailed forms. So most of the vacuum forming I've done is, I keep saying vacuum forming, but that's where most of my experience is with this type of thing, is with FDM printed stuff, and also with like MDF wood routed stuff, because that stuff is also porous. I haven't actually used SLS very much, but it's interesting because it shows all of the things that their template is going to show me. So here it is, and it just kind of points to all of the features of it, which is interesting. Is there a benefit to pressure forming as opposed to vacuum forming? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. You can say fancy numbers, like it has, I forget how many atmospheres of pressure that it's making. I'm not sure. I kind of think of it as the same thing, but I'm sure it is not. Okay, I'm just reading their first make guide to make sure I don't make any mistakes. But a lot of it is just different specifics for the different materials, but I'm going to use the pet sheet. Oh, I should continue before doing this. Unlock the lid first. Did that. Unlock that one. Now open the lid. You can get a larger pressure differential quicker between the front and back of the sheet, so you get deeper draws and more compact and less powerful pumps. That makes sense. You can probably get a lot of the same stuff with vacuum forming, but this probably allows it a more compact machine. So it says position the material first. Oh, there's little nubs that help it. And then close the lid. Okay. I'm hearing compressor start. Now lock this top one, which it says is locking the material itself. And then open the lid. Cool. So now you can hear probably the compressor just turned on. Let me know if the audio is still fine. It's kind of a cool little preparing the chamber, so you can show us this pressurizing it. It looks like this needs to just be open during that. It says 15% done, and I'm going to go find things to make. So I will be right back while it does this. I'm planning on starting with their thing, but honestly the sheet looks big enough that I could probably put one more small thing on it. Okay, I'm going to switch audio to the this one because I know it's more directional, so hopefully it'll be a little better. So I'm also going to try to vacuum form over this. It's a something that I made for a fundraiser about a year ago. Oh, the heating element's turning on too. Something that I made for the fundraiser about a year ago, and yeah, I made chocolate molds from it. It's polycarb, and so that's interesting. But this is more interesting because you can see it is now red hot up there. It didn't tell me to put these in at any point, so I suppose I won't. I am kind of curious how warm it is. Yeah, I mean, you can feel some heat coming from it. It says the pressure is 73% done, and the heat is 35% done. I really like these graphics on the screen. It's a very small screen, but it looks good. But anyway, so I'm gonna put in their first test, and I'm gonna put in my little thing. I used a $100 vacuum former off of Amazon and made a whole bunch of these. It was just too small for what I wanted to do, but this was the size of the chocolate bar packaging that I had. I played around a lot with printing bars versus molding them. I'm trying to use 3D printing where it's most beneficial. Yep, Eric, I think you are right here. And that's what the graphic seems to show as well. And I also think that's why you can plug in a hose on the back of the machine for external pressure stuff too, which is pretty cool. Okay. So it looks like this is good. I don't know if you all can see the screen, but it says now position the template, press the center button or the circle button when ready. And now it is beeping at me to hurry up, I think. So I don't know if this is a terrible idea to put two things in at once, but I'm going to. I'm going to put them both a little further apart. And just kind of see how that goes. It's turning off the heat and yelling at me. It says close the lid fast and lock the lid, which I am struggling to do. I do not know how hard this is supposed to be to lock the lid, but I feel like it's not supposed to be this hard. Nope. Yeah, that's not locking. Nope. Now lock the lid. Okay, I can do that when it's open. When it's closed, I didn't happen to see what exactly the mechanism is in here, so I don't know whether I need to try to push it down more or not push it down enough. Nope, I can't get this. I can definitely smell the plastic melting here. Okay, it says ready to form, but that's when I open it a little bit so that I can lock it. I'm thinking that it's not the same thing. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. Oh wow, the material has been sucked up already. Okay, I can see what this switch is doing now. So it took that whole ring that was right here, and that ring is now on top. And so what it's trying to do is there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pegs that come down, and when I rotate this, there's a whole thing around the entire thing rotating and trying to lock into all of those pegs. So it is possible that one of them is not, it looks like they're just a Phillips head, they're a flat head type thing. It's possible there's something here that's misaligned. Yeah, that gap in the back, that's what I'm wondering as well. Is there something in the way? I don't want to touch too many things because I know there's also high pressure here and also some heat. Although it's not terribly hot in there. Did I maybe not remove some packaging somewhere? I know I still have stuff on the bottom, but that doesn't seem to be an issue. Not any random packaging material. It's possible that the ring shouldn't be there and that it's in the way of fully closing. It looks like the ring is this top locking mechanism, so it looks like that's what's actually keeping it in there. Now I can see that my plastic is destroyed at this point. That's been heating in there. Let me take down the phone again and show you all what's happening. Next time I think I should have another camera angle, but it's my first stream. Okay, so here's what's happening. First of all, my material there is destroyed, so bummer. But what happens when I rotate, so this lock button, I can push it over now, and it just rotates and it just locks those into place. that must interface with these. And, you know, there's this second lock that's for the material itself. And it's beeping at me and yelling, but at this point I've kind of given up on this sheet here. But, yes, that lock, I believe, locks the ring in place, and that ring is what keeps the material in place. And I just don't know what might be causing this. I feel like I should try to depressurize this thing, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that material is messed up at this point, and I can't really even close this anymore. So, it timed out. It knows what's going on. That's kind of cool, too. I kind of assumed the X meant hit the X button to clear the thing. No, that's on off. I don't really know what to do here. Could be one of those pins unscrewed a little bit in shipping that could be blocking the locking. That's actually what I think is happening. I just don't want to stick too many fingers underneath a very pressurized thing that seems like the heat successfully shut off. But I am guessing that, Eric, that is exactly what happened. I also realized I have a thing here, and I can bring this down a little bit. Okay. So, let me figure out how to depressurize this. Maybe if I hold a button. Maybe if I read the instructions. I don't know. It's just beeping at me. Okay, it does have what to do in emergency situations in here, which is kind of nice. You can most likely just turn it off. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I'll do that. Doesn't sound like it's depressurizing at all. Let me spend 10 seconds looking at this. Okay, it has lots of cleaning instructions for various things, which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought that you would have to clean this so much, but I guess if you're trying to get all these seals with a lot of pressure, you need to make sure that it's doing that. Okay, it's not hot. I'm okay putting some fingers in here. Just gonna first touch all of the little pegs, see how they feel. I'll bring this camera down so you can see what I'm doing here. So probably a bit of better angle anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking that it is probably considered safe even with pressure in the tank. That one definitely moved a touch. Not enough, maybe 5 degrees. That is interesting. So I'm gonna unlock the material from here. This might fall. Because I couldn't even close it at that point. Here's what happened. Beautiful vacuum form, or pressure form. I have no idea how much these sheets are, so, I don't want to go through all of them. But, okay, the ring is back in place. It's the right direction, the little pegs are up. Just trying to see if there's anything that might feel a little out of place or raised or anything. This side, I accidentally hit the wrong camera. This side feels a little bit raised, so that's interesting. Check the pins again now that the ring is off. Good idea. Like I said, Eric, I need your troubleshooting brain, always. They have flatheads on them. I could attempt to screw it in, but I'm thinking if they're not moving with hand tightness, it probably wasn't damaged in shipping. So closing it, even without the ring on it now, and that is not working. Do I have holes in the shapes that I'm using as bucks? So, hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing a live stream thing right now, but you're not on the camera.
Alright, do you want me to leave?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Do I have holes in the things that I'm using as bucks? So, this is an SLS print. Apparently, it has enough holes in it that they said it's fine. Also, it does look like they put a lot of little holes in the corners and stuff, which is good design. This one is a polycarb print that I did. I've done a lot of vacuum forming with it. It seems like FDM printing is porous enough that that's fine. I also, not on this one, but on the ones I was actually using, I also attempted to put holes in the corner because it just made the shape a little better, but it should be fine. As long as the shipping company hasn't been running a forklift through the machine, it should be fine, right? Yeah, so the first Cocoa Press printer I shipped, UPS put a forklift through it. But I got my insurance money, so I'm not mad anymore. I was not happy at the time. I think it was a pallet jack that they put through it. It just missed the glass, so that was good. See if it can lock up without the plastic. No, it doesn't look like it can. The top one is still fine. The bottom one does not lock.
Have a good night.
You too. I feel like I should have checked this before heating up plastic, but I know for next time. Okay. I'm going back to seeing if there's anything like packaging. Like there's this little red thing back here. Couldn't tell you what it is. But I did flip through the instruction manual and the first make kit, and I didn't see anything obvious that it said to make sure to remove. But let me go back through the unpacking instructions and see if I missed anything. And then I'll just go back through poking and prodding and seeing what it does. It's like trying to fix my own product, except it's not my own product, and I'm also doing it on a live stream where I have to talk through everything that I'm doing. And I have documentation, which is fun, instead of having to write it myself. Okay. Unpacking it. Machine registration, starting and stopping, holding the X button aborts it to emergency shut off, switch the machine off. Oh, whoops. I didn't switch it off at the back when I turned it off. That should be fine. Checks before using the machine. This is what I should have done. Ensure the machine is on with half a dozen backseat drivers watching. I love it. Backseat drive all you want. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. What was this machine? This is the Mayku Multiplier. It's a pressure forming machine. I pre-ordered it about a year ago, and I am just unboxing it now. And it didn't work on the first try, but no good things do. Some good things do. Ensure the machine is on a level and even surface. I don't know if me not removing the foam counts for that. Ensure both safety release valves have clearance and are not obstructed. I can see at least one on the back. Again, I should probably have removed the foam on the bottom, and I'll probably check that. Ensure the machine is clean and clear of debris. That I think it is. I'll probably close it so that it doesn't get dust and crap on it. Ensure the heaters are not cracked or broken. Okay, now I have to look at it. I mean, they look fine, and also it did just heat up successfully, so I'm going to say that that's fine. Ensure no objects or debris are obstructing the temperature sensor. I could tell it was regulating temperature because it was going on and off, so I'll assume that that's fine. Ensure the seal is clean and even with minimal warping and distortion. Interesting wording on minimal warping and distortion. So it's a pressure former. So basically like a vacuum former, except it's opposite. I think if you scroll up, Eric was talking about some of the differences and benefits of pressure forming over vacuum forming, but effectively it can do similar things. That might be an oversimplification, but yeah. So this is interesting wording. It says, ensure that the seal is clean and even with minimal warping and distortion. It doesn't say none. So I'm thinking that this back here that feels like it might be a touch higher might be okay for minimal warping because it doesn't feel significant. It's just, it is, well, it's slightly below the surface there. It's slightly above the surface there. And that was what to do. So I did remove all other things. I think probably I should try to get it off of this palette. I don't think that will actually help, but you never know. Oh, that looks good. There's another. I see. A couple other cutouts here are just probably for the open-close mechanism itself. This is bugging me. It was so close to working too. All right, so that says go that way. Dry run would be locking that, doing that, and then not doing that. I'm going to try to get it off this palette and see what I can do. Well, I'm using it to make chocolate molds. Yeah, so I'm hoping to use this to make chocolate molds, potentially, maybe packaging for custom fully printed chocolates. I don't exactly know, but I've been playing around with vacuum forming more recently, and I think it's helpful. I also might use it for, in combat robotics, sometimes you do like silicone molded stuff, or just other molded TPU, printed TPU, molded silicone stuff. I don't really know, but I could see using it for stuff like that. Should I have bought it? I don't know. But I'm really excited to have it. This thing is heavy, and I do not want to hurt myself or hurt it. Just trying to see what I can do here. If anyone on the stream can give me a hand, that would be great, because I am leaning towards not trying to hurt myself or hurt it. And I really don't think it being on here is the source of my problems. Yep, and that's what I was worried about. I also have to leave in about 10 minutes, so hoping something comes together here, but if it doesn't, that'd be a bummer. The answer is yes. I love that. And now look at you in your first office. I need to get some of your filament. Whoops. I was trying not to buy filament at Earth. I didn't succeed, but you know, I'm trying to not buy too much. I wish I could see which ones, if any, are not mating well. Well, wait. When this is happening, normally that ring is already up. Okay. Yeah, I will be honest, I am pretty close to giving up here for the day. Hey, that means you probably got a free spool, so that's always good. I bought 2 rolls of tricolor stuff from, ooh, a foot fell off the table. From the people next to me at Earth. Again, I don't want to break this thing, so I'm going to stop poking and prodding until someone else is here. The side on camera looks off somehow. I agree, there's something... Well, now it's in the back and I can't see. Yeah, it's the same on the other side too. It looks like the sheet metal is not completely aligning. That's not the right way to get it off the pallet. No, I'm not trying to get it off the pallet right now. I was just rotating it to look at more sides. I think the right way to get it off the pallet is wait until there's someone else here who can do it with me, because it's like 100 pounds and I am not that strong. I'm wondering if it has something to do with this. Obviously, that line does not look quite so level. I know I just put my finger exactly where it said not to put your finger. And so I'm wondering if the back ones potentially are not mating. I suppose I could less off at this angle. Yeah, I suppose I could put a phone camera in there with a light and try to kind of see what's happening. There's this whole, you know, dome up here. So if it's off, I might be able to actually... This is why I wish I had a 360 camera. But I might be able to like put a camera in here and close it. Actually, can I do that on the stream? This is my worst idea yet. This is why I should have a live stream before I break everything. I would need some way to hold up this thing, so I don't think this is gonna work. No. No, no, no. Okay, well, I think this might be the end of it. Push down on the back and see if it lines up. Okay, let me set up this phone again so I can stop making you all wobble around this much. Push down on the back and see if that makes it line up. Oh, wait, let me just make sure the ring is in the right place. Yep. Oop. definitely holding on to something. It's warping as I do that. Warping in a good way or warping in a bad way? I'm trying to look at OBS to see what looks from the other angle. Yeah, it feels like something is off. But it feels like maybe it wasn't just shipping. Although I take that back. Some crazy stuff has happened to my printers in shipping. Just, again, I'm going to try these. Maybe they're too tight. Maybe I need to loosen them. Or maybe I could take them out a couple at a time. Pushing on the right causes the left to lift up. That's interesting. Oh, I should take off this ring before I do this. I need a bigger screwdriver. But I was thinking maybe if these just came off really easily, I'd be able to take a couple of them off, see which ones are not locking, and go from there. But I can't get it off easily, and I also don't want to break this before I give them the opportunity to fix it somehow. Well, anyway, this was fun. Thanks for coming to the first live stream. I will definitely post more on Twitter to figure out, if I get it working, if I don't get it working. Yeah, if they're easy to remove, but I just tried with this little screwdriver, and I think I need a bigger one. But for this little screwdriver, it's not coming off easily. So I probably won't do this right now. But yeah, thank you for coming to this live stream. I didn't end up getting the chocolate printer printing, but I'll do that for the next one. End of episode 1. I don't know how to end. I feel like I need an outro of some sort. So, I'll take a page from Abby Brown's mental health awareness stuff and just say, explore something. Explore yourself, explore making, explore something else, and eat more chocolate. Bye.